If an American athlete wins a gold medal at the Olympics, they're only awarded $37,000. So today, I want to shout out a couple of entrepreneurial and business professional Olympians. What about the other guys? Rowing, track, table tennis.
Yeah.
So we have lawyers as Olympians. We have doctors.
That's incredible. Like, how do you find the time?
I think there should be more planning though, in terms of how do I leverage these 2 weeks for the next 3 years? There's a very good chance your coworker could be an Olympian. You're working a 9 to 5, they're in Paris, but guess what? They're coming back right after because their PTO is running out.
With a gold medal.
Let's go, baby. It's another episode of the Athletes and Assets podcast. I'm your host, Noah Locke, and I bring on your favorite athletes to chat about the business they're building. But today we got my guy, Josip Vrankic, former college roommate, teammate, current professional basketball player, NBA candidate.
I'm back, baby.
He's back, baby. He's back. You've been out and about lately.
Well, yeah, I guess. I don't know what I've been doing, but I've been out. I've been in Canada a little bit. Came back to Santa Clara, hoop for a little bit, and now I'm with my good old pal Noah.
With the guy, huh?
With the guy.
We've been out too, huh?
You've been out.
I've been outside.
You've been outside.
I've been outside. So we hit Summer League. We went to Orange County for the Game Time Conference. Shout out to Josh Childress and Romeen Sheth for putting that on. That was amazing. Met some cool people. But you know what's going on right now?
Talk to me, pal.
Come on, you know what time it is.
I know what time it is.
You know what time it is.
Fire me up.
Fire me up. Turn me up. It is the Olympics.
Ooh.
It is the Olympic season right now, man. It's hard to work.
Are you invested?
Oh, I'm invested.
You're invested in that?
I'm super invested. Table tennis?
This time zone thing is
Tough.
Yeah. Also, the amount of different sports you don't realize are so fun to watch.
Yes.
Is incredible.
100%.
I'm like watching these events, people shooting guns, and I watched the one in
the guy with the turkey, no lens, just pow. I don't know it was a sport.
It's crazy.
Is that a sport? Shooting guns?
We can dive deep to figure out what's a sport and what isn't. If you want to go down that path, we can go down that path.
Go off script and talk about this because I don't know what's a sport anymore. They're breakdancing and shit.
Is that an Olympic sport? Damn.
Yeah.
What do you think the next Olympic sport is going to be added?
I tweeted this. Matt, if you can, pull up the tweet. 2 things. Formula One racing.
Yeah.
And poker.
Poker.
Imagine the U.S. and Russian championship, bro. Just a bunch of mind games. Just a bunch of mental warfare, huh? Come on. Breakdancing's a sport.
Crazy. I know. I was going to say paddle. Not paddle. I keep
Padel?
No, the
pickleball.
Pickleball. I keep on mixing pickleball and paddle. In Europe, everyone says paddle because paddle's the one in the cage kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
It's in a box.
Padel?
Yeah.
I think it's called padel.
Padel? That's what it's called.
I think it's called padel. I don't think it's called paddle.
Okay, my battle then. Then padel. I think pickleball. Just after playing it, I realized.
Real sport. Yeah.
Caught me off guard a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta.
I was talking smack and then I got humbled real quick.
Yeah, no, it's humbling.
And you were there with me when that happened. So.
I wasn't, associated with that, the humbling part, but yeah.
No, but it's been fun. It's like every sport has been entertaining.
Yeah.
It feels different when you have your country attached to it. It's one thing when you play for a club, but when you throw your country
it means more than just money.
So much more. It really does.
No, it's a tremendous honor.
Yeah.
You played for Canada, Team Canada.
I did.
Once upon a time.
I did, way back in the day. It's different, man. Hearing your national anthem being played when you're like accepting a medal. It's a good feeling.
Oh, way to casually, toss that in there.
Wasn't gold, but isn't that the next best thing?
Bro, how come we're not seeing you with the Dylan Brooks and RJ, huh?
I don't know. Maybe, it's a great question. I'll just call up my people who care about it. Like, hey, yeah.
The sports I want to shout out, table tennis.
Yeah.
I've been watching handball a little bit.
Handball?
Still not I'm not sold.
Man.
But
you got to go to a game in Europe.
Intense.
That is I would say soccer, basketball, and then handball.
Yeah.
That's the most popular sports.
Yeah.
It is intense, man.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay. What's a sleeper sport that you've enjoyed during the Olympics?
I don't want to mispronounce it or get the title of the sport wrong.
Go for it.
But they were in the kayaks. They were you know what I mean?
Rowing?
Not rowing. It was just one person in in like not a raft. I think it was a kayak. It was one person. They got to go through like the two things.
Slaloms? Or
I don't know the name. I don't know the name of that.
Okay.
And they got to like go through these. They're in the water and they're like in a kayak. There's just one person and they're like rowing. They got to go in between these beams, and then like some of them they got to go like around the beams and then continue down the path. I watched it yesterday and I was so invested just because it's all core and upper body strength. You don't realize like I don't know. It was crazy for me. A lot of fun.
That doesn't sound too interesting.
What? Okay, hold on. I take it back. I'm just boring then.
Yeah.
We're gonna say 3-on-3 basketball.
3-on-3.
You want to say
if
that?
you don't like 3-on-3 basketball, you're not a real.
You
hooper.
don't like basketball.
You don't like basketball if you don't like 3-on-3. I love watching 3-on-3.
That's fun.
I'm biased though.
Yeah, you're a 3-on-3 veteran.
Savant.
Way back in the day.
No. But no,
you were ranked on FIBA, no? Something like that?
I was ranked on FIBA. Yeah. I was actually I might have cracked like top 100 in the US.
You were taking that seriously back in the day.
Back when those rankings, like I could like show people the rankings.
We used to, remember we did a few times Santa Clara. We
honestly, one of my most fondest basketball memories.
That was an intense run.
Yeah.
It was solid.
No, there was some like good guys.
Yeah. It's a good sport. Different, very different, obviously.
Completely different. Let me clear something up here for people who are saying, why don't you just put like NBA players in 3-on-3?
Talk to them. Let them know.
Let me tell y'all something. This is a different sport, okay? Same fundamentals of shooting, passing, dribbling, but there's a lot of strategy that goes involved with the game. You can't just be out there wilding, taking crazy shots. Now, maybe you can overwhelm certain competition with talent, but these teams are too good and they've been playing for too long to just be, to not have game plans around incredible talent that doesn't know what they're doing.
And it is so physical.
So it's like UFC basketball.
If they call a foul, you better be on the ground. Like it's incredible.
No blood, no foul.
Nothing. Seriously though. Like it's intense. I only played it once. And that was something.
But you played like a legit tournament. You played.
It was a pretty high level.
The Dos Equis like tournament.
The 3-on-3.
For the best like college players in each conference that are seniors. It's a legit tournament.
It is, but you're also playing against people who never played it before. You know, I feel like experience does play a role because the sport is so new. Yeah. In terms of playing at a high level, 3-on-3 has been going on for a very long time, but it's never been a Olympic professional thing. Yeah. Now I don't want to say it's taken over, but it's coming.
No, it's coming.
It's on the way.
It's coming for sure. And we'll talk about, I want to talk about some of these 3-on-3 guys because they're very reflective of what we've seen collecting data on the U.S. Olympians. Mm-hmm. There's such a discrepancy, but also a similarity between all the Olympians in the U.S. of what they're doing outside of their sport. Some of these sports, like we only watch, once every 4 years. Let's be real.
Correct.
So there's not a lot of money in many of the smaller sports. So these people got to do stuff.
Yeah, outside.
While training to be able to fund their own training. And what we found with collecting data is there's a lot of people doing some really cool stuff. And what I find cool is there's a lot of people, Olympians in the U.S. with regular jobs. And so today I want to shout out a couple of entrepreneurial and business professional Olympians and talk about a little bit what they're doing. So I'll start with the 3-on-3 team because it's such a new sport, there's not giant amount of money in it, And so I look at the team, right? You have the team is Dylan Travis, Jimmer Fredette, big name, but we'll talk about what he does. Kareem Maddox,
big name too. He was a hooper.
And Kenyon Barry. They're all hoopers.
They all had good college careers too.
But Jimmer Fredette, let's start with Jimmer.
Okay.
Jimmer, one of the most famous college basketball athletes maybe ever.
Ever, yeah.
You throw his name out in Utah and you go, what? Where is he?
You know Jimmer?
You know Jimmer? I know Jimmer. Great NBA career. Or not great. Well, solid, very solid. Very solid.
Great overseas career.
Great overseas
career. And that was incredible.
And let's not get it twisted, Jimmer. Like you were and if you're scoring the NBA, you're hooping.
No, he's incredible talent.
It's the best league in the world.
Yeah. Incredible talent. Yeah.
Overseas, but when he's not playing basketball, he's now a partner at Tandem Partners, which is a Utah-based venture firm.
Okay.
and I know Tandem, they aren't a traditional fund where they raise from what we call limited partners, people who give them money to deploy money. They do it on a syndicate deal by deal basis. So they find a deal, they pretty much know some of the top executives, movers and shakers in Utah and beyond. Yeah. And they say, okay, we have a deal here. Do you want to invest in this specific deal? Not the fund. Okay. Do you know what I mean? Because when
only in Utah, or is all
no, I think they probably
they branch out.
Yeah, okay. But that Utah network, they're
strong.
They're strong.
They keep it. Yeah.
The Mormon Church,
strong.
Yeah, very strong, very elite group of folks
for sure.
BYU, you know what I didn't realize? BYU it's kind of like an Ivy League school
in terms of academic or
the academic and the caliber of network.
Okay,
so BYU's network, I don't think people talk about this enough. It's insane.
Yeah.
There's people doing everything from BYU, and they all look out for each other. They all like take care of each other.
They also have a really good sports program too. All of their sports are super competitive.
Think about it like this before I go off on a tangent here, but like, but since we're talking about it.
When does that ever happen?
Yeah, that never happens.
Very often.
There's around 15 million Mormons in the world.
Okay.
And culturally, the holy grail of universities is BYU.
Yeah, it's number one.
So they don't have, they have tough admissions. So anyways, cream of the crop, BYU, great network.
I get what you're saying.
So that's Jimmer.
Yeah.
Kareem Maddox, producer for Spotify.
Really?
Executive producer for Universal Content Studios.
Wow.
Used to work with the LA Times. Now is doing some stuff with the Timberwolves. But these are, he's in the media space, completely different than...
How do you think their training camps for the Olympics looks like?
I mean, they went to Colorado Springs.
So they, even during the year, are they training 3 on 3?
Yeah. So
you might not know.
Yeah. So I'm not fully informed, but I would imagine they're flying in on weekends to places to connect and train for a couple of days and just do, 3-on-3 sprints.
I know the only time you can profit, now there are leagues, I think, but I know the only way you can profit on 3-on-3 is if you win a tournament. If you finish second, you get no money. If you finish third, you get no. The only way you can gain a profit is if you compete in one of these tournaments and finish first. So it's interesting to see that if they're not competing in these tournaments, like you said, how are they? They might do a little short weekend stints here and there, but compared to European teams who are doing this full time, they're doing that, Serbia. Yeah, they're playing that full year round. That for them is number one.
Well, yeah, overseas we find 3-on-3 is much bigger overseas. So China.
They started in a league, I think.
Oh no, they have a league
with salary. Is it salary based?
I think it is.
In terms of you don't need to win to gain money. You can you get paid by the season or by the month or whatever.
Yeah.
Interesting,
right? And then the last one from 3-on-3, and we'll go to another sport, is Canyon Barry.
Okay.
This might be the most interesting one. Canyon Barry has a master's degree in nuclear engineering from the University of Florida. And he's a systems engineer at L3 Harris, which is a defense contractor and information technology services provider that, and I'm reading off some stuff, but produces command and control systems in products, wireless equipment, tactical radios, electronic systems. Basically, it sounds like they're supplying power grids in electricity for different, I don't know if it's the government or companies. Not super clued in on like who their customers are. But anyways, this guy's an engineer for this company, but is also the 5th leading scorer right now in the Olympics for
really?
So he leads the US team and he's 5th total.
Olympics, wow.
Get you some of that.
If they medal, that must be such a big flex. Imagine walking into your office with the gold medal or silver medal. Everyone's doing engineer work. You just walk in. Oh, hey guys, how you doing? We just get to work.
Wow.
You know?
I'd go along with you on that. They're 0-4 in pool play, so I don't know.
They're 0-4?
Bro, I don't think they're like,
okay, never mind.
I think, and this is something if I can say on the podcast, it will, is like everyone's, once again, people are criticizing like the team of, this has been the most experienced team, the Team USA. These guys have played 3-on-3 for years.
Pioneers for 3-on-3.
They are. And I understand I understand Team USA rewarding that.
Yeah.
They should.
As they should, yeah.
Also, for those who are watching, Canyon Barry does the underhand free throws. So he does the Rick Barry.
Oh, I
he
know
does the Rick Barry.
You know what's crazy? I know exactly who that is. Before I had my picture of who it was in my head. Now I know exactly who
Way
it is.
to do your homework for the pod. Come on, dude.
Don't do that.
That was
I was giving
bro.
minimal instruction. We're not going to get into that. I'm not going to put you on blast to your audience, but I'm not going to talk about how I was treated as a guest / co-host / guest.
Okay.
All right, who you got next? Let me hear.
We can go a couple different ways here, but
whatever path you want to take, pal, I'll take it.
yeah. I got one more basketball one. I want to give another basketball shout out. Joel Lloyd. WNBA player, stud. Joel Lloyd has a couple different things. She is a Smoothie King franchisee owner. But I think what piqued my attention was like, she has a wheat farm in Minnesota.
Wow.
So they do a lot of wheat, soy, barley. Is it barley or barley?
Barley.
Yeah, she has a lot of ventures she's involved in. She's looking to open a pickleball center in Chicago. She's quoted on that.
Shout out pickleball, man.
She's in real estate. So she has a bunch
all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Very fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jewel.
Good for her, yeah.
And then, real quickly, we'll give a shout out to Unrivaled with Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart, starting the women's basketball 3-on-3 league.
That's huge.
So we see because of the money that's matriculating into basketball, not only the men's but the women's, obviously the more capital, the more different ventures they can place their money to. But what about the other guys, the ones that don't
Talk to me.
Get the shine?
Talk to me.
All right. So let me start with Dr. CJ Allen, 400-meter hurdler. Mm-hmm. He's a doctor.
Yeah.
He's a doctor of chiropractic.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you become a doctor while becoming a hurdler, but that's pretty cool. Pretty impressive practice.
Yeah, I remember we talked about him a bit earlier. He opened up his own physio clinic, I believe. I think he partnered with another doctor, and he opened up and runs his whole own clinic. Which is super impressive.
That is very impressive.
You're training to become an Olympian, and you have your own clinic on the side. Now, I'm not sure. Again, I don't know too much about it. I'm not sure if he's involved in the physio treatments.
Yeah,
which that might be pretty also incredible if he's doing other people's physio while training.
Well, there's this interview
which is interesting.
When he qualified for the Olympics, a lady interviewed him and like, "Do you do stuff on yourself?"
Yeah,
he's like, "I got a great business partner, but
I don't know how you do treatment.
cracking your own your own back." Like,
that's so impressive. Shout out CJ Allen.
Yeah, I really like that one. Yeah. We're gonna give another one. Justin Best, Olympic rower. By morning, I guess, and by day, because rowers. Remember rowers row like super early in the morning?
That's 5 a.m.
Like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Yeah. Like I don't want no parts of that. Yeah. Like I could not be a rower, first of all. Chance. That is ridiculous. Get out of the water.
The stories we heard from university was wild. Like 5 a.m., it's dark outside. They take an hour car ride and start rowing when the sun just rises.
And that coach wanted me to join the team. Fuck, I look like.
I don't know, pal. Remember the rowing machine? We were in there. Yeah. That's a little extra cardio.
Topheavy.com.
Yeah.
But Justin is a junior analyst at Union Square Advisors in San Francisco, actually.
Oh, nice.
Oh, my God. So this is an investment bank. So if you know anything about investment banking, that is a 2-time full-time job. Yeah. There's so much work that goes in investment banking. So this guy's probably an expert in spreadsheets, financial analysis.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, Microsoft. I'm going to look at his skills.
Oh, are they endorsed?
Microsoft Office, 6 endorsements.
This guy's legit.
No, he's legit, bro. PowerPoint, Excel, that's probably where a lot of people, and that's where a lot of people in IB spend their time, especially, younger analysts. What a beast.
Yeah, that's impressive.
And that's the kind of stories I like, because you can imagine how hard this guy worked to probably get there.
Yeah, I was going to ask you something.
Ask me anything. Ask away.
We see all these athletes that are in these different business models and stuff in there. like dreams to reach the Olympics. How do you think you can use like that Olympic platform to enhance like what they're doing off the thing?
Yeah. So this is very common in track where it gets really, really popular and then they disappear for 4 years.
That's what I'm saying.
And then the track athletes are like, well, where's the money?
How do they maintain that? Yeah.
Well, it starts with like more funding in the sport. Mm-hmm. So these track athletes can't leverage their notoriety. They can't leverage their notoriety to start making investments and stuff if they don't have the capital in the first place.
Yeah.
And so endorsements, and obviously they got to start ground zero. Yeah. Endorsements, name, image, and likeness stuff. I think, they're in a league just like you're in a league. Yeah. They're in like the Diamond League, which is a very popular track league.
I remember you used to watch that when I was younger.
This is with the individual sports, and this is part of the problem. If you're not like top 5,
no one's,
it's a top heavy sport.
Very top heavy.
So if you're not winning, versus the NBA where if you're on a winning team, maybe you're not playing that much, but maybe people think you're valuable and contribute to that winning team. You're getting paid a lot of money.
But also if
TV deals.
Also, if you're losing in the NBA, you're still getting paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
TV deals, second of all. So you're not watching track on TV outside the Olympics. Correct me if I'm wrong.
There's like is there like a world
championships?
You're, right.
You're not.
The fact that I had to second guess myself proves what you said.
Now we saw the Netflix documentary.
On?
Oh, clearly you didn't watch it. The Netflix documentary on Sprint. It's called Sprint.
I didn't watch it.
Documenting Noah Lyles, Sha'Carri Richardson.
No, definitely not.
Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. Okay, the Netflix documentary.
Is that my homework for tonight?
Yes, it is. Okay. Very helpful for the runners and for track in general to give more insight in the league.
I think it helped Noah Lyles when he did that interview about the NBA players being in world championships, but they're not.
That was great.
It was big for him because not only is he super successful at the sport, it was also a viral clip that kind of skyrocketed. Maybe he was super proud of this before, but I heard about him from that clip.
Yeah.
I think he gained a ton of popularity for that. And I watched some of his events based off like hearing that and being familiar with his name.
Yeah.
So I guess using that platform is super important and they can gain a bunch of publicity,
polarizing
clicks,
controversy.
Yeah, it's huge.
What is the NBA really good at unintentionally?
Controversy, drama,
beefs.
Yeah,
like
there are beefs in the NBA.
Yeah,
a little bit. I don't know.
That's not what the NBA hangs its hat on. Lifestyle, culture. So many track athletes,
Even we watched the Euros and the Copa America together for soccer. That was straight rivalry and it was so entertaining.
It was amazing.
Just seeing that, how they clash heads.
It was amazing. So shout out Justin Best at the end of the day. Also another way for a lot of the athletes who are in smaller sports, content creation, build their followers up, start a YouTube channel and make it big. We've seen a couple athletes do this. Riley Milne, another rower, content creator on YouTube, but also an investor and video producer in a company called Atmosfy. It is one of the fastest growing platforms globally for live video of dining, nightlife, and travel. And so essentially, this company enables creators to like go somewhere and like partner with local business owners and kind of live stream what's going on at the bar, the restaurant, basically for marketing purposes, showing people what's the ambiance at different places.
So it's like a Twitch for restaurants, kind of.
That's a very good stuff.
Thank you.
That was very good.
Thank you.
That's a great way of putting it.
It's the first compliment I received in 7 years.
Yeah, don't hang on for too long.
Yeah.
TikTok meets Yelp.
Is that what they're?
I just read that off.
Oh, okay. I was like, you just threw that at me. I was like, nice, man. Go crazy.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
What percentage of athletes do you think are involved in some sort of extracurricular activities outside of the sport that they're doing?
100%. For the Olympics?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. At least 90.
At least 90?
The only people that won't have to worry about something that's extracurricular is maybe some of the NBA guys because they have their salary.
Okay. And
outside of that, rowing, track, table tennis.
Yeah. Yeah.
These guys aren't living, maybe Noah Lyles and like.
Yeah, the top of the top,
Yeah.
you said before. You think when they're doing their training, I know you mentioned it before, it's fully funded, but if they're involved with Team USA somehow, like, do you think they're covered in that aspect in terms of the different events and stuff they go to? Because if you're competing in a world championship or the Diamond League, as you say, I would assume the host country, the country that you're representing, is financing that.
So
I don't know how it works.
No,
I'm curious.
so if an American athlete wins a gold medal at the Olympics, they're only awarded $37,000.
No matter what sport.
No matter what
That
sport.
goes all the way around.
All the way around.
Okay.
So I'm a track athlete. You know, I'm struggling to meet ends meet.
Yeah.
I get to the Olympics, win a medal.
You need to win gold, though.
I mean, according to this, you need to win gold.
Okay.
It's tough.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Throw some tax on there. Oof.
Yeah. So Shannon and Ochocinco offered to contribute $25K each. Alexis Ohanian was on Twitter, saying he'll contribute, I think $60K for if certain athletes win. I don't know if that. I don't think he meant like across the board.
Yeah.
But dude, the prize money for winning gold—that's not why you do it. Honestly,
It's not why you do it, but
it's to set you up for like other opportunities.
yeah. But at the end of the day, is like the best of the best. You know what I mean? Like Olympics is the end goal for all, in terms of your representing your country for all professional sports. I feel like that's when you're going against the elite, against all the world. So I feel like there should be some kind of monetization, like money incentive involved in that. However, like I can see how the pride for your country and being able to tell yourself that you're the best in the world is like worth it, and it is enough. But I still think there should be a little more, what's it called, like financial support in that.
You know what I think a lot of Olympians are doing wrong? I think they're not taking enough initiative to build their own brands up instead of waiting for like a sponsorship deal or whatnot. I talked to you about the content creation stuff.
Correct.
I think like you have to view yourself as an entrepreneur going to the Olympics and leverage every moment to like not only fuel your following, but also fuel, you know, the other monetary opportunities. So if I were a track runner, I'm blogging the Olympics. I'm getting clips on everything that I'm doing. I'm talking to non-athletes, people that, you know, or investors or right. A lot of Olympians aren't treating themselves like an entrepreneur, and that's how you have to go into this.
Yeah, I would say the same thing because it's so fascinating, the experience of an Olympian. Living in the Olympic Village, like all the videos of people's beds going. Have you seen that, of like the cardboard boxes that they're sleeping on?
Yeah.
All the stats stuff's going viral. The Anthony Edwards clip about the ping pong, the women's ping pong team is going viral. Like imagine now in the Olympic Village, you know, whenever they finish their sport, they set up a match, Anthony Edwards against the women's team. Like imagine that, how viral that will go, you know?
Yeah.
So I think, like you said, capitalizing on moments in certain situations and marketing yourself would be, for me, it's number one if I'm an athlete trying to gain some sort of profitability from the Olympics.
Yeah. I think Olympians don't look at the Olympics. Obviously, you want to win your sport.
Of course, that's number one. That's the main priority.
Obviously. Yeah. I think there should be more planning, though, in terms of how do I leverage these 2 weeks for the next 3 years?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of ways you can think about that. Financial relationships, marketing opportunities. But all these Olympians have the infrastructure or have the ability to bring other people with them to Paris to work on their behalf. And so,
do you think so?
You can bring a friend.
Yeah.
Come on.
I guess.
You can bring a friend or a brother. I could bring my brother with me to Paris and help us shoot content. So,
I'll let him bring that guy.
But you know what I mean? Like
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So
even yourself, like you said, vlogging and handling that yourself isn't, again, beyond the task of completing your goal and getting a medal.
Yeah.
It's not that like taxing or overwhelming.
Sure. It's not that bad when you have someone with you. I think,
exactly.
Right? And that's easier said than done, but you can do it. A couple of shout outs here. Breakdancing. Sunny Choi is also in consulting. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty interesting.
This is cool. Dakota Lindworm, okay? Professional marathon runner.
Professional marathon runner.
Hey, pal, she'd smoke your ass, all right?
She would not even, no question.
Paralegal for Brooks Cameron and Hubish. Please don't sue me for fucking that up, but Hubish PLLC.
You better figure it out, Bo.
Yeah, I better figure it out.
Yeah.
So we have lawyers as Olympians. We have doctors.
That's incredible. Like, how do you find the time? Olympian's like the best. I already said it, but best of the best. Like, how do you find?
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Yeah, but like I'm saying,
super insightful.
How do you find the time? Like you're a lawyer, and then what? You go home
investment
and train?
banker.
You go home and train.
Yeah.
Like what do you do? Like you train on weekends? You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy.
You can't have a life in a way.
Yeah,
you can't have a life.
Crazy. Yeah.
Being an investment banker and being an Olympian, that's like fire and water. That doesn't go together. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. That's very impressive. Shout out to these Olympians, man. It's something else.
You know what we have on this list that's just out of nowhere?
Talk to me.
Under the NFT category, Bam Adebayo.
You might do some research. You see what he's up to.
I know he's definitely not.
He's probably doing some. You don't think so?
No, I mean,
NFTs are still really relevant. I don't know. I kind of checked out when I moved to Europe.
It's not like NFTs have disappeared, but you know.
Yeah. I'm just saying, but they used to be top dog.
I was talking with someone that said that bubbles are 10 to 15 years early.
Bubbles. I don't even know what bubbles are.
Crypto bubble.
Oh, okay.
The AI bubble.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff that, like, it makes sense.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like, there's use cases for crypto.
Yeah.
But now, right, we're in sort of I wouldn't say a complete bear market, but a space where this is not what we're talking about every day. Mm-hmm. We were talking about it like a lot in 2021.
Yeah.
So, why was I?
I don't know. We're talking about BAM.
Yeah, NFTs. So yeah, like NFTs aren't going anywhere. They're just,
nice.
There's going to be more use cases in the future and more people that adopts it and more people. That's my opinion, not financial advice. Want to give another shout out to the tech founders. We got to show some love to the tech founders.
Shout out tech, man.
Maggie Steffens, okay, captain of the USA women's water polo team.
Oof.
Let me tell you about Maggie Steffens, captain of the USA women's water polo team, 3-time Olympic gold medalist.
3 times.
She's the founder of 6 to 8 Sports, Inc. This is a performance analytics company, and analyzes data in the game of different types of niche sports and youth sports, and different stuff, live game tracking, advanced data analytics. She's spearheading this. And so obviously as an athlete, little sports tech conversation here, like we see all this stuff that's revolutionizing the sport and like how we track our health, our stats, all the stuff. Remember you started wearing the catapult sports bra thing?
That's becoming huge right now.
Huge, right?
Yeah.
This is what she's working on outside of the water. So obviously very relevant. She's an athlete and she's like working on her own stuff, trying out her own medicine probably.
Yeah.
So good stuff there from Maggie.
I think she definitely capitalized on her Olympic platform because
she has to.
I don't know too much about women's water polo.
But she was on TV during the opening ceremony. So I know Maggie. I think Maggie feel like she has thoroughly thought out how to maximize the Olympics in and out of the water.
3 gold medals is incredible. That's crazy.
No, it is crazy.
Yeah.
Did you ever play water polo?
I did.
Were you nice or not?
In Croatia.
In Croatia.
Also, shout out to the Croatian and Canadian Olympians out there.
All right.
I gotta give a shout out.
Yeah.
Do something.
All right, bro.
Don't cut that. Keep it in there, please.
No, please. Cut that shit out, bro. We don't really care. But no, it's pretty awesome. So yeah, I think the moral of the story here is your coworker
isn't Olympic.
Yeah, there's a very good chance your coworker could be an Olympian.
You're in the office right now. They're in Paris going crazy on the
You're
track.
working a 9 to 5. They're in Paris, but guess what? They're coming back right after because their PTO is running out.
With a gold medal.
With a gold medal, absolutely.
How do you file for, is that PTO?
That's a great question.
Like, what do you say?
Maggie, she's the founder, so she can turn her own.
She works on her schedule.
But let me ask Justin a question. How do you take PTO off during the Olympics? How does that work?
I feel like that should be a special circumstance. Hey, I can't make work next week. I'll be in Paris.
Pal, have you met an investment banking supervisor?
No, I have. I've not met him.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be sold on that.
Yeah.
But this has been great, man. Good chat. Shout out to all the Olympics out there, and let us know in the comments what you think is what's your favorite Olympic sport, or what's an athlete we missed that we should shout out. Please let us know some athletes we failed to shout out who are also doing some amazing stuff in the business world outside of the Olympic sport. This has been another great episode of the Athletes and Assets podcast. I'm your host, Noah Lack, with guest co-host Josip Vrankic, and we'll see you soon for another one.
Thank you.